Hi, hope you're well. Hope you've all been doing lots of self-care and taking care of yourselves. I can't believe that it's actually going to be March soon. March tomorrow. Depending on when I put this up, it might be March, some other day in March. But yeah, I don't know where the time's gone basically, but it's been an interesting start to the year. Loads of stuff been going on. I've had an injury which has kept me from doing a lot of stuff that I wanted to do, lots of changes, family things, yeah. Don't want to go into all of that, but I guess the injury has been the hardest thing because it stopped me from doing so much. I haven't been able to get into my normal routine. It's been really painful. Have had lots of painkillers and yeah, but thanks to my wonderful osteopath, on the mend, and hopefully I'll be back to normal in a couple of weeks. Fingers crossed. So yeah, I was asked to do a video on people's expectations of us. I think I really quickly touched upon it in one of my last videos, and someone asked me to kind of elaborate on that. And if I'm honest with you, I don't know where to start. It's such a massive subject. I mean, there's expectations that people have of us. We have expectations of people. We have expectations of ourselves. And all those things come together and just add pressure to us all. And if you've got anxiety, it's even worse because most of the time you're not really thinking about the expectations that you have of yourself. You're thinking more about the expectations of that other people have of you, and that just adds to your anxieties and thinking, oh my God, this person thinks this about me, or this person expects this of me and I can't live up to it, and you just drive yourself absolutely all over the place. So I guess I'll start with expectations that other people have of us, and that's something I've always struggled with because I've always wanted to live up to other people's expectations. Pressure from them, pressure that I put on myself, unnecessary. And I think that in the idea that people have expectations of us, I feel that people should manage their expectations that they have of other people, meaning that people are never going to live up to your expectations. You've got to think about the bigger picture, or the things that they might have going on in their lives, things you might not even know about, things that you've not even asked about, but you have these expectations. It makes no sense. You know, it's better to find out what's going on in a person's life, see if they even have the capacity to live up to those expectations. I mean, the minimum that we should expect of anyone is just to be kind, you know, a decent human. Other than that, you might be asking too much, you know. I think people tend to put pressure on a lot of people. They want them to be this way. They want them to be here when they need them. They want them to be, you know. And that's the thing. I think a quite, you know, a level of expectation of everyone is fine, but it needs to be that kind of thing where if we're going to want consideration from other people, then we're going to need to be considerate ourselves. Now, when I say that, it's kind of like in a friendship or relationship where you want something from someone, but it's something that you don't give yourself. Now, that makes no sense. You have got to at least be the change that you want to see, be what you want to see from others. And if you aren't that, then it's impossible to expect that from other people. And it's just a bit hypocritical, to be honest. I can tell this is going to be a bit of a long, waffly video because it's such a big subject in my opinion. And yeah, I just think that expectations that people have of us, just of others, should be managed. I mean, the way I see it is that I expect people to just treat me with respect, treat me with kindness, treat me how I treat them. Other than that, I expect that people are just human. I don't tend to get upset with people because they haven't lived up to an expectation of mine. But what kind of things do annoy me is when I'm so considerate of other people, but then they don't consider me the same way. So that's when you have an imbalance in your relationships with people. And if you find that happens, then you need to take a step back and look at that situation and if it's really going to work, because you can't have a situation where one person expects this and you expect that and it's just a complete imbalance. You know, I've always sort of wanted to live up to other people's expectations, and I remember years and years ago I've had friendships where I've kind of ran around trying to make everyone happy, do what they want, do what they say, everything, and then the only person that's really unhappy and the only person that's lost out is me. And I remember when I had my breakdown, that was the moment I stopped and I looked at my life and I thought, what the hell am I doing? I'm not even happy. I'm not doing one thing that makes me happy right now. And it was that moment where I stopped and I started to look at what I expected from myself. What do I want? Not what this person wants, not what this person expects. I'm unwell here. I'm not living a life that makes me happy. I need to change something. And it's funny because the beginning of this year, I found really difficult. There was lots of different things going on. You know, I run Free Your Mind, so there was lots of expectations to get stuff done, deadlines, admin, and I ended up having really bad anxiety to the point that I had this and chronic pain go up my back, and that's how I ended up with this injury, because I actually thought it was something minor, that, you know, it's just a pain going up my back. And yes, it was bad, yes, it was anxiety, it was a reaction to my anxiety, which is not good, but I thought that it was something I could handle, that I could relax out of, exercise out of, massage out of. And unfortunately, I ended up making it worse, and I ended up with a compressed disc in my neck, which is sitting on a nerve. So I ended up so much worse because I left it for weeks, just trying to manage Free Your Mind's work, my own work, and trying to kind of get back to normal too quickly. And that was because of the expectations that other people had of me and the expectations that I put upon myself. And it actually took a friend to sit me down and say, Natasha, if this does not happen, you're going to be okay. What's the worst that can happen? And she was so right. And that's the thing with anxiety, you always think, what is the worst that can happen? Not, you know, what's the worst that can happen? Nothing actually, or it's actually not going to be worst. It's not actually going to be bad, but we always jump to the worst conclusion first, and that's what I was doing. I made myself really unwell. So in the reason why I'm telling you this is because it's the pressure that we put on ourselves, that we might get from others, that we might put on ourselves due to expectations. Like I said, the main thing that we need to do is just live and let live when it comes to expectations. You know, be kind to yourself. I just find this kind of expectation thing really, it can really ruin things. It can really ruin your relationship with yourself. It can really ruin your relationship with others. You know, just be quite open when it comes to how you are with other people and how you are with yourself. You know, if you have a really good day with your anxiety, or, you know, if you don't have anxiety and you have a really good day, great. If you know, take advantage of the day and do everything that you can with managing your expectations with what you can do with time and everything and what you have around you. But if you have a really bad day, then don't beat yourself up. Take care of yourself, put in some self-care that day, and don't expect too much from yourself. And if other people expect loads from you when you're not feeling good, then that's their own problem. Leave them to it. I mean, it's really hard when you are feeling absolutely rubbish and you've got people expecting stuff from you and they're getting really upset with you because you can't live up to it. that to be honest with you, it is really upsetting, because you're like, I literally can't live up to what you want from me right now. But at the same time, it's like, wait, if they considered for a minute that I might be, you know, going through stuff, too much stuff, that I cannot do this right now, then that would be so much better. It would make you feel so much better, make you feel like you can go and be a lot more open with those people, and that you feel like you are supported, rather than kind of fought against, I guess, for lack of a better word, because they have these expectations of you that you just can't live up to. And it can be quite crippling, to be honest with you, because, you know, as an anxious person, all you want to do is please people. All you want to do is make other people happy. You know, you do your own head in with all the expectations, all the thoughts that you've got. Oh, this person thinks this about me. Oh, I'm getting on my own nerves. Oh, they're, you know, I'm getting on their nerves. You know, it's just too much. So the best thing you can do is just manage your own expectations of yourself. Know that you are doing your best each day with every day. And if you have a good day, great. If you have a bad day, fine. Just take care of yourself and don't beat yourself up. If other people want to beat yourself up. If other people want to kind of bash you for not living up to their expectations, then you just have to leave them to it. You know, either take the opportunity to explain yourself and say, look, I just was in this place and I could not do what you wanted at that time, and apologize and leave it. But also, you should have people around you that should that if they know you suffer with anxiety or even any other mental health issues, then they should be considerate of your situation and understand that you're not always going to be able to live up to the expectations that they have, you know, and that. And the thing is about anxious people, we are pretty, considerate of others, because we're always thinking about how much we can please other people and how much we can do the best by them. So that's the other thing that we have to manage. And stop trying to people please. What about what makes you feel good? What about what makes you feel happy? And that's really not selfish, I promise you. Watch my other videos, because I kind of don't want to go into that again, but it's really important that you don't look at self-caring as being selfish, because it's that thing that gives you the fuel to then help other people. For example, the last couple of months I have been pretty much off the scene with because of work, because of this injury, because of family things, and you know, not everybody likes that, to be honest with you. And then you're kind of left with the people that are really open, not open, but understanding of where you are at, and are like, you know, it's fine, take your time, we'll be here. And then there's people that don't quite take to that too well, and start thinking that you're a bad friend, a bad person. That can really just get you down, because you don't really need that at that time. But that's, you know, just one of those things you just have to learn to manage, I guess, and try not to let it get to you, because there are times in your life where you have to save yourself before you lose yourself, and the expectations of others will come into that, but you have to try and put that to one side, because it's that thing of not having enough in your cup to pour into others, or having this much in your cup that you pour it into somebody else's, that you're left feeling really crap yourself, or you've just done it and you've done it really with resentment, or you've done it you've done a half job, like, oh fine, here you go. You've not done it with as much love and happiness and want that you would have if you had had a full cup. I feel really funny here talking about cups, but you get what I'm trying to say. And I do think that we, you know, tend to upset ourselves with the expectations that we have of others. We wanted them to do this. We wanted that to happen. We wanted. But at the same time, we've got to consider what other people have going on in their lives, and that they're not always going to be able to live up to their expectations. You know, talk to them, see what they have going on. It's virtually impossible for other people to keep us happy all the time. In fact, that's not their job, actually. We should be working on that ourselves. You know, if it's a thing where someone's promised that they will do something for you and they let you down, then yes, of course you can be disappointed. But at the same time, you know, understand that they are just a human, and if it's, you know, a spiteful purpose thing where they've let you down, then fair enough, you know, bye. That's not somebody you want to have around. But if it's something where it couldn't be helped, and they tried their best and it just didn't happen, then just be understanding. We are just so hard on everybody around us, and it's unnecessary. Just cut yourself and others a bit of slack. That's all I kind of have to say on the matter of people's expectations of ourselves and that we have of others. You know, expectations are good, because it means that, you know, we have things that we want, that we, you know, expectations could be like a goal. You know, if you're going to a party or you're going for dinner somewhere, you expect that it's going to be good, that the food's going to be good. And if it doesn't live up to our expectations, we're going to be upset, aren't we? But at the same time, we'll move on, we'll get over it. So that's how we have to kind of look at our relationship with people. Are we going to let it be one of those things where it's going to be a thorn and we're going to hold a grudge? Or are we just going to be like, okay, things happen, let's move on? Because you can't pick your battles, otherwise you're going to fight everything. And if you want to fight everything, good luck, because you're going to have a miserable time. But if you can look at everyone as in, you know, just let people understand that people are at where they're at and they can only give from where they're at, and understand that people's behaviours are an example of where they are in their lives, emotionally, physically, and just let people be. You will be a much happier person, trust me. So yeah, just try and not take everything so personally, which is really hard for an anxious person to do, because we really think that everybody's out at us, but it's really not the truth. And when I have my anxious thoughts, and I might have a thought that drops in like that, oh, he doesn't like me today, she doesn't like me today, she didn't answer my text quick enough, or, you know, things like that. I quickly kind of rebuke that thought with some truth. You know, if it's obvious, you know, the person ain't talking to you, they're saying things, then make peace with that's where they're at and leave it. You know, you don't want to give too much energy to things that just that deplete you and don't make you feel good. As the saying goes, go where you are, where is it? Go where you are adored and not something else. Oh God, you know what I mean. I'll put it in the description bar. I'm sure everybody knows what that saying means. But yeah, I'm waffling here. But I just wanted to talk as much as I could on this subject, because I know it's not something small, and I know there's so many facets to it. And I know that we have expectations of other people, and we put that pressure on others, and people put it back on us. And really, as like I said, unless it's something where somebody said they would definitely be there, they promised, they you know, something like that, then we just have to let people be. And even in those cases, most people really do try to live up to their promises, and if they don't, you've got to kind of look at that reason rather than just condemn them straight away. And if you can see that it's been purpose, then you don't need that. But the majority of the time, people are just doing the best that they can with what they've got, and you have to just make peace with that, and understand that you are the same when you are in a certain place with certain things going on. You react a certain way. And also, that's the other thing, understand that everybody reacts to things very differently. You are not them and they are not you. So how you might see something, another person might not, because they're looking at from different perspectives. They might have different things going on in their lives, things that, you know, little things like our childhoods, our parents, our life experiences all have a part to play in how we will see things. So in that sense, nobody's ever really right. It's just how we look at things. You know, it's like the letter 9 or the letter 6. It depends which angle you're looking from. It's going to be different. It's going to be either or. So yeah, I've waffled so much here, but I hope this has really been helpful. If there's anything that I haven't covered, please drop me a note in the description bar, and I will add some information. I will type it, or I'll try and put it into my next video, which will be coming up soon. Hopefully there won't be massive gaps. I know I'm not that consistent with my videos, but there's a reason. Well, there's been a reason this year because I haven't been very well. But then also because I'm running Free Your Mind, my business that I run, which supports children affected by domestic violence. So that takes up a lot of time. And when I have free time, all I want to do is just kind of... It's probably not even like this is my in like clothes that, all my raggy tea house clothes. So yeah. I would try and be more consistent, and I really want to be more consistent because the feedback that I get from you, from people that watch my videos, have been so amazing. You know, I can't believe some of the feedback that I get, and that people actually watch them. I mean, when I started this, I actually started my videos to improve my skills in public speaking. And I really never expected too much to happen in terms of, you know, a following or anything like that. And I don't really like the word followers, to be honest with you. It's just kind of people that support you. I never expected that. So I'm so grateful. I mean, this is so cheesy, right? Yeah, I never expected that. So I'm just really grateful to anybody that watches, anyone that leaves a comment, anyone that supports me. I'm really grateful. And thank you for your patience. In waiting for this next video, and I really hope it's been helpful, because there's so many facets to this and it can go on and on, but the main thing is to just manage your expectations and understand that people can only do their best where they are at, and the same goes for yourself. You can only do your best from where you are at. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.